In this video, I'm going to cover the pros and cons of running paid ads to grow an online coaching business and compare them to posting organic content on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. By the end of this video, you're going to know which strategy is best for you so you can start taking on more clients and making more income in the process. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Matt. I've grown both low and high ticket coaching companies to 7 figures. And I've spent close to $1 million on paid ads. And I've also posted daily content for myself and dozens of other coaching businesses that I've helped grow who don't use any paid ads. So I know firsthand the pros and cons of both ads and organic. So let's go ahead and jump in to get started. All right, guys, so I just pulled up my computer and I've got a pros and cons sheet here. Okay, a lot of these things are going to be blurred out. And then as we go through these, we're going to discuss them one by one, the pros and cons of both organic content as well as paid ads. Now, let's start with organic content because most people are most familiar with posting on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the platforms, right? So the first pro of organic content is that it's free, okay? I can whip up my phone right now, open it, write something, and push post. Or I can turn the camera on and I can post it same day, okay? It's free. Everyone should be doing this because it's free. You don't need fancy software, editing software, any of that to get started. In fact, a lot of the platforms now are pushing content that is not super edited, right? Like the Alex Hormozy style content. Like we still use a video editor for our stuff, but when I started, I didn't have that, right? I used a simple option called captions to give me some simple captions without crazy zoom in, zoom out effects, B-roll, none of that. Okay, so you can do that even on the app itself. If you're posting on Instagram, you can use the simple captions feature in there, and that's going to be enough. Okay, so the pro of organic content is that it is free. The second pro is it will help you build a brand. Okay, it will help you build a brand. And a brand forms when you're creating enough content and putting out enough of the same stuff. Okay, brand is a lot about the same, right? What does it feel like when I read one of your pieces of content? What does it feel like when I watch your video? What is your recurring message? Because people need to hear it multiple times for them to make an association with you to the outcome that they want to achieve, or even a feeling about you, right? But that takes time to do that. And organic content is one of the best ways to do that, okay? And last but not least, with pros that we've listed here, is that it helps people form a deeper relationship with you. It allows them to see an inside of what you do on a day-to-day basis, right? If you're using Instagram stories, great place to do that. You can showcase what you're doing on a day because a lot of times, especially with coaching, right? We are the attractive character that our ideal client wants to become, or there's certain traits, right? If you're a fitness coach, you're probably in good shape or you have really good habits, and people aspire to have those. And if they can see you doing the thing, it allows them to form that association to you, and they want that too. Now, I listed these pros here, and these pros, you could also move over to the paid ads category. You can build a brand, form relationships, but it's certainly not free, right? But I will tell you that organic content does a way better job at building a brand and forming relationships because you can post a lot more content and it's free. So every single client that we work with, we start them with organic content, okay? We've got to have a consistent way to create content and provide value for the long term, okay? We've got to do that. That is step one, all right? Now, let's cover some cons of relying 100% on organic content. The cons of organic content is that it is unpredictable. As in, if I make a post, it might get in front of 1,000 people. It could get in front of 10,000 people. It could get put in front of 1 million people. And that unpredictability, and I don't care, you could probably hire an Instagram Reels coach or an Instagram coach, and they're going to sell you that it's predictable. I guarantee you, once you do it, and even if I look at the back end of their business, it's unpredictable. They don't know how many leads they're going to get from a piece of content. They don't know how many leads they're going to get if they put a story post up. There is no way to predict that, right? I mean, you technically could look at the last 6 months and say, on average, this is what happens when I do this, but it's so unpredictable. Someday the algorithm's just like, I don't want to share your content today. Some days it's like, we're going to show it to everybody. And that unpredictability makes it really hard for you to have a steady and like consistent flow of leads. Other cons is that it takes time to build an audience. So while it's free, right, and it does help you form relationships, build a brand, it's really hard to grow a big audience off of organic. Okay, it just is. I made a post the other day that talked about how many posts are made per second on Instagram. And can you guess how many posts are made on Instagram per second? 1,099 posts a second. So you're competing every second against 1,099 people every second. Take that to a minute, take that to a day. There is so much noise and competition in this space. So because of that, that's also why it's unpredictable. Your reach is unpredictable. It's also going to take you a long time to build an audience just by posting. Okay. It's not going to get a lot of reach and you're competing against a lot of people. So if you're trying to build, the key word here is build an audience with organic content, it's going to take a long time. Okay. I'll share with you a strategy to build your audience faster at the end of this video or as we continue. Okay. And then the third con here is that you need new content every single day, right? While it is free, it takes more of your time to create it, build the audience, and you have to keep feeding it, okay? That's also why we start with this first, is because we have to develop daily habits of I'm posting consistently on Instagram, I'm doing this thing before we get into more advanced strategies. This is a habit, right? And you have to like really plan this out and schedule this in your day-to-day stuff. So for me, it's 7 a.m. right now. I'm filming my YouTube content. I've already written my posts for like later on in the week. And I do that all in the morning. So the first 2 to 3 hours of my day, all I'm doing is creating a lot of marketing assets and content. And then the rest of the day, I can spend my time running the business that I've got, right? Putting out any fires that may be happening, coaching my team, taking calls with my clients, all that fun stuff. Okay. So real quick, that's a snapshot of organic. It's free, builds a brand, forms relationships. It's great. It's a great, great, great nurturing tool. I want you to think that organic nurture. That is the big play there. The cons of it is that it's unpredictable. It takes a long time to build an audience if you're just relying on that. It also takes a lot of time to create content. So while it is free, with money, you have to pay with your time. Now, that leads me to paid ads, okay? Paid ads are the opposite, okay? Paid ads are the opposite. Let's talk about how. The pros of paid ads is that it's guaranteed eyeballs. Guaranteed eyeballs, where again, in the organic content, it's unpredictable on the amount of people that will reach when we post. With organic, especially if you're a B2C coach, that could be a fitness, nutrition, health coach, but you're working with the general population, not businesses. It's going to cost you about $20 to get in front of 1,000 people, okay? 1,000 new people can see your ad, can see your content, can see whatever it is that you're trying to sell for $20. That's awesome, okay? That's great. That's a great cost, right? The second pro to this is that it is predictable. Now, when I say predictable, you're not going to always put in $1 and automatically every single month make $5 back, right? There may be some months where you put it in, you make $3 back. There may be some months you put in, you get $10 out, right? We do want to have some baselines here, and there always is going to be some up and downs. So don't let anyone else tell you that, oh yeah, if you put money into ads, automatically it's going to start printing money. No, it's going to take a lot of time to develop that predictability. But what is predictable is that if I put $20 in, I should get this in front of 1,000 people. And of those percentage of people, if the ad is good, I know that 1 to 2% should click on the ad. Okay. And then from there, X percentage, which is, we'll just say 15%, should become leads. So what I can make predictable with paid ads is the amount of people that are giving me their contact information to learn more about my service or to learn more about what I do. That's predictable, okay? What happens as far as sales, calls, all of that stuff has more ups and downs, okay? I want to be transparent with that. But paid ads are predictable, and getting in front of new people, getting clicks, getting contact information, also known as leads. And number 3, the coolest part, which I think a lot of people don't realize, is that paid ads have fast results. Again, the con of organic is that it takes time. With paid ads, it is fast, right? Because again, if we look back, we kind of zoom back out again. If you're starting a business or you're running a business, you can either grow it by investing more time into it or by investing more money. You pay with time or you pay with money. When you get to the place where you can run ads, you can start to pay with money, right? So it will fast track the amount of people that are giving you their contact information to learn more about what you do. And if you do it right, there's some strategies that you can use with paid ads to build an audience at the same time. So you're not just selling your services saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. You're also creating content that's building an audience, that's building a following. If you guys are watching this YouTube channel right now, when I started this YouTube channel, I was 100% organic. That was probably January of 2023. And I grew this channel to have close to about 2,000 subscribers when you guys are watching this now, primarily from ads. I ran ads to a free training on Facebook and Instagram. That's primarily where I get my traffic from, right? And on average, it's going to cost between $20, $25 for me to get a contact, to get an email address, to get a lead. And then one of the first things we do is we send them to our YouTube channel, because our YouTube channel is our organic content machine that, again, nurtures, that forms relationships, builds a brand, and I've already paid for the lead. So now I get to create content for free, right? And post it for free. Now, I do have a team that helps me with this, so it's not technically free, but if I wanted to do it all myself, I could, and I could edit this, put it up, and it's free, right? But with paid ads, every time it gets served, I have to pay more money. Okay, so you're probably seeing a trend here, and we're going to talk it towards the end of this of, okay, well, what should I do? Okay, so hold on for that. Okay, now the cons of paid ads is, of course, it costs money, right? It costs money. If I know it costs $20 to get in front of 1,000 people or so, then I have to keep putting $20 in to get in front of another 1,000 people. So for me to keep growing with just paid ads, I have to keep feeding the machine, right? And the moment that I stop feeding the machine, my revenue, my leads, all of that can drop. Except, I'm kind of cutting to the end here, except if I pair it with organic. Because I'm running paid ads to grow the audience, then I use organic content to nurture the audience. At a certain point in my business, I totally skipped ahead. I just got too excited. Okay. At a certain point in your business, if you can grow, like again, paid ads builds a brand because it builds an audience. Then they're seeing your content, they like your content, they share your content. At a certain point in business, you might see that, all right, when I start, I'm creating content on Instagram, great. I'm going to start running ads, and then my organic is going to grow as my ad budget grows. And then at a certain point, if organic starts bringing in more of your revenue, you can essentially switch, right? To where, okay, cool, I don't know if I need paid ads anymore. I'm going to stop the paid ads, or I'll reduce it by 50% or maybe 75%, and I'll let the organic content do most of the heavy lifting for me. Totally skipped ahead. We're going to cover all of this in just a second. I couldn't wait. And the next con of running paid ads is that there is no guarantee that it will work, right? We can 100% guarantee that if you give Facebook money, it will, or Meta money, it will serve it to new people, new eyeballs. And a percentage of those should click, should be 1 to 2%, assuming that it's a good ad. Great. But I can't guarantee, like I said, that, if I put a dollar in, we're going to get $5 this month, $3, $1, $10. There is going to be a little bit of that up and down that comes with running a business, especially if you're doing any phone sales. And it may take you some time for this to work, right? If you start today, you're probably not going to book calls tomorrow. A really good rule of thumb when you're getting started with paid ads is month 1, month 2, just break even. If I put $500 in, can I get $500 out? Cool. Now, can I put 500 in and get 1,000 out? Oh, now we're talking, right? Now can I put 1,000 in and get 4,000 out, right? And we want to keep increasing that. Our goal with paid ads is to get from day one, like not day, when I say day one, once it's optimized. Once it's optimized, we should put $1 in and get a minimum of $2 out that same month. That's called essentially customer financed acquisition. I think it's something like that. I'm just gonna call it that. If I put 500 in and I get 1,000 out, I doubled my money. And that gives me an extra $500 to get another client, right? Which then would give you another $1,000, which is another $500 to get another client. So if and when you crack this, essentially this will cut your marketing cost. Like, of course, you'll have marketing costs, but it will be financed by making the sale. So you're never having to pull from credit cards or pull from your personal savings or any of that to run ads. Okay. So there is no guarantee that it'll work, but if it does, and when it does, it will radically transform your business. Okay. And then the last con here is that it does require daily management and monthly testing. Now with this daily management and monthly testing, I'm going to compare this to the con of organic content, because again, organic content, you have to post daily, right? You've got to make new stuff, or you can repost old stuff if you like. But with paid ads, you do need to hop into Ads Manager. I do it daily, and it's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes just to look at the campaigns. Is anything not working today? How are my numbers doing today? And do I need to make any changes today, or can I leave it? Most of the time, you're probably going to leave it. You might make some changes once or twice a week. You're probably not going to be changing things on a daily basis, but it's still a really good habit to jump in there, check, make sure things are going well. Now, monthly testing. So again, with organic content, we're posting every day. With paid ads, typically what we'll do is we'll launch a new test or a new ad, a new creative, at least once a month. Okay, if you're only spending $500 to $1,000 a month, you'll probably just do it once a month. Okay, so the cool part is, while it's a con that I have to make new stuff, I'm making one new thing a month versus organic, one new thing a day. So this is a lot more scalable, and honestly, you can have more production value. It'll probably require a little bit more planning, but all you need to do is make one good one versus 30 ones that are, okay. So while it's a con, it's more a con just because it does take some time to do this. I still think that this con outweighs the organic con. Okay. Let me now kind of scroll down and we'll kind of talk about this. Okay. What should I do? You told me a little bit more about organic, you told me about paid ads. It sounds like the pros and cons kind of like opposite of each other, which they are, right? So again, like the cons of organic is that it's unpredictable, it takes time, you need new content daily. The pros are, you're guaranteed eyeballs, it is predictable, and you'll get fast results. Okay. And even the pro of this could be like, this one says, do you do content daily? And I kind of talked about it over here. You don't need new content daily. One ad can work for an entire month. I've seen some ads work for an entire 3 to 6 months. Okay. Still testing some other creatives, but it's pretty awesome, right? And then again, the cons over here is that it costs money, not guaranteed it'll work, daily management and monthly testing. And the pros of organic is that it is free. It is free. And then it will help nurture people that are already in your ecosystem. Okay. So those pros and cons don't necessarily match directly there, but if I can use them together, I'm going to see a lot of really healthy synergy here, right? Because if I'm guaranteed to get in front of new people, that can help me form and build an audience. And then the organic content can help me nurture that audience. So essentially what I've got here is the best strategy is to combine both of them. Okay. Ads have the speed and predictability to get in front of new people, to build a brand, to build an audience. And content is the best tool to nurture that audience, okay? So we bring them in with ads and we convert them with content, okay? That's the play. Now, let's talk about how we do that, because it's going to change based off of where we're at in business. If I have no clients, I'm going to use a different strategy than if I have 100 plus clients. Okay. So what I've done here next is I've actually kind of broken these down through stages. So we're going to zoom in and we'll cover these by stages. So stage one, if you're a brand new coach, as in you have less than 10 clients, you're doing this as a side hustle, and you're not making a full-time income from this, you're not in a place where you can really start with ads unless you have, some cash that you're willing to put into ads. Now, the only downside with that is that you haven't proven your sales process and you haven't proven your marketing message and really your offer yet. So typically, if someone has less than 10 clients, we're going to recommend reaching out to your network and posting daily on Instagram. Okay. And honestly, I'll be very transparent. Stage one is often the hardest because you're putting yourself out there. You might be getting some engagement, you might not be. But you've got to do the grunt work and you've got to prove that people want this before you start putting money into a machine that might not work. Okay. So stage one, 0 to 10 clients. You don't need ads. Okay. You don't need ads. We need to reach out to your network. Okay. And if you guys I've got a few videos on here about this. I'll actually make sure to link one here. It covers my beta launch strategy, and that helps clients or helps coaches get their first 5 to 10 clients. So this stage will be directly related to that. So go ahead and click that. Now, you're gonna be reaching out to your network, and I wanna just emphasize here that a big objection, or I'm gonna say roadblock, a lot of newer coaches or entrepreneurs experience is that they're really worried about selling to their friends. And because of that, they don't reach out to their warm network. But this is where all of the people that you've already built a relationship are hanging out, right? They already have the know, like, and trust with you. And they're often looking and they want to see you succeed, but they're also in the market, right? They're looking for solutions to their problems. And if you can say, hey, I'm building this new thing, I'd love to get some more case studies, and let's do this thing together, they're going to be like, yeah, let's do it. And there is a specific strategy and outreach to do that. Again, that will be linked above. Okay. So don't need ads at this stage. Post on Instagram, reach out to your existing network, get those first 5 to 10 clients, get some case study testimonials. Then once you're doing that, we'll jump into stage 2. Stage 2, I've listed as 10 to 20 clients. Okay. What you're going to be doing here, still posting on Instagram. Again, the content is what's going to help us nurture people, form relationships, build a brand. So we always got to do that. Okay. I do not recommend running ads without posting any content. That used to work in 2019, 2020, but we're in a more sophisticated market and people are more hesitant than ever to give other people money. You need to form a relationship. Trust has to be there before someone just hands over their credit card. Too many people have been burned in the past. Okay. So because of that, post organic content. Don't run ads until you have an organic strategy nailed down. Also, part of the stage, as you're posting on Instagram, you're probably going to start getting people who are engaging in your content, people who are liking it, people who are viewing your stories, new followers. Reach out to the people who are engaging in addition to the warm audience and the network that you've already built over the existence of your life. Okay. Now, the only big change here is what we're going to start doing to start running paid ads is the simplest way ever to run paid ads. And it works magic when you're at this stage. It's a simple boosted Instagram post. Okay. You can boost 1 to 2 posts at $10 to $20 a day to grow your business. And when we boost this, we're going to optimize for profile views. And what this is going to do is going to drive more people to your Instagram profile. From there, they will follow your account. A percentage will, typically about 10% will. And of those, you will have new followers every day to reach out to in the DMs to see if you can help. Okay. And that process itself, if you're looking for how do I boost it, how do I do that, I am going to link in the description below a paid ads mini course that walks through the entire step-by-step process of this. And if you're like, Matt, that sounds cool, but I think I need more help with this, or you want it done for you, that is what our coaching offer does. So I'll also link below the link to schedule a call with us if you're like, I just want this done for me. Okay, cool, we can do that. But if you're also just looking, how do I do this? Link below to the paid ads mini course. Okay, now that's stage 2. Okay, we're gonna do that until we get 20 clients, boosting posts, posting on Instagram, reaching out in the DMs to people who follow us, engage in our content. Boom. We're at $10 to $20 before I jump over here. We should be looking at anywhere from 10 to 30 new followers, or 10 to 40 new followers about a day from this budget alone. So if that gives you 10 to 40 new people a day to start conversations with, we should be booking calls pretty much within the first 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 days max, of launching very, very simple ads just like this. All right, up next is going to be stage 3. Stage 3 I've labeled as between 20 to 50 clients. Okay? What we're going to do here is we're going to post on Instagram. We're going to reach out to people who are engaging, right? As you can see, these two don't ever change. They just don't. I'm always going to post on content. Any new followers that I get, reach out to. Anybody that's engaging my content, reach out to. The change here that I like to do is once we get here, I like to change the types of campaigns of ads that we're running and change them from those boosted posts to running messenger campaigns. Okay. And the difference here is that, these ones here will get you new followers every day, but then you have to reach out to them to qualify, see if they need help. With messenger campaigns, you're going to get people DMing you, sending you messages saying, I want what you have, right? It could be a free training. It could be to learn more about your offer. It could be a lead magnet. We've got a couple different strategies that we can deploy here, but you'll be able to wake up to your phone and just be like, wow, I've got 20 DMs from people asking me for something I have. Those people typically are a little bit more problem and solution aware. So let's say that you might get, if you got 20 new followers a day, maybe 5 of those people are actually looking for help or open to help. Here, if I got 20 DMs, probably closer to half of those people are looking for that support, right? So you're going to see a higher percentage of those people who are more qualified and who are looking for support now versus this one over here. You've got to do a lot of filtering. Okay. And this kind of comes back up to one of the conversations we had earlier of like, when you're starting a business, we have more time on our side. So it's okay if we spend money on a strategy that gets us a lot of people and we spend time filtering through. But once our business is being more optimized, like being more efficient, then we can use money to help us grow. So we can use money to help us filter out some of those conversations and leads so that we're talking to the right people. Okay. And this should get you, anywhere from 6 to 20 DMs a day. Typically what we'll see for a B2C offer. So again, B2C is like fitness coaching, nutrition coaching, physical therapy, like virtual PT and stuff like that, is going to be around $5 to $10 a lead, right? $5 to $10 a lead. And if you're doing more like business stuff, you're looking at $20, $25 a lead. It's going to be a lot higher. But yeah, I think most of you guys are probably going to be in that like $5 to $10 range. Okay. All right. Stage 4. This is the last stage. This is kind of the advanced stage here. This is if you have 50 to 100 clients. I would even put 100 plus clients here. So what we're doing, we're still posting on Instagram. We're still going to be engaging with people who engage in our content. The next thing that we're going to add, we've actually got a few things here and I've listed them all out, but again, you would tackle these one at a time. And you tackle them one at a time and slowly but surely build on them as you see what's like working for you. But I typically at this stage want to add some sort of long form content in. So as you can see here, it says post on YouTube. This is YouTube. It's longer form content. You spend more time with that person. They get to know, like, and trust you better. And I post twice a week on YouTube. If someone's starting out, I typically just recommend, one long form a week and then see how that feels. If you can do more, great. If not, stick with one. One is enough. And then you can also start emailing too. So at this stage, if you've got 50 to 100 clients, you probably had a couple hundred sales calls, which is great. And now we can send our long form YouTube video to them via email, right? So we can email them and say, hey, I just put together this free training, or just put this video together on XYZ, go check it out. And we can just keep sending them longer form stuff. And also on our Instagram and our stories, as well as on our posts, we can have call to actions to send them the link to this long form training so that we can further develop that relationship, so we can help them in the future with our paid offer. Okay. Now that we have an email, right, and we're sending long form, we want a way to capture email addresses outside of them just booking on a call. Okay. So to do that, we typically build a funnel, right? A funnel is going to be typically a free training or a lead magnet. We're going to drive traffic to a page, capture name, phone number, email. They'll get the freebie, they'll get the delivery, and then we'll get their contact information again so that we can send them our long form YouTube stuff, and we can email them once or twice a week. And anytime that we have spots open, we'll tell them, right? And they'll be the first to know because they're on our email list. They're on our text message list. Okay. And then last thing here is just, you're going to keep scaling the ads that are working. Typically at this stage, you're still going to be running a lot of the messenger campaigns. If you do have a full sales funnel built out, you can experiment with running ads directly to that. It does take a lot more time to optimize that. That is the funnel that we run, and it takes a lot of time and a lot more money to optimize that, where the messenger campaigns and the follower campaigns, you can get those things up and running in a day or a week, where the more traditional opt-in sales funnel ads, those things can take a very long time to optimize, and they're more expensive. Now, one thing that I put here as just a quick note: if something is working from the past steps, don't stop it. Okay. Now, as an example of this is with the follower funnel, right? If you've got 1 to 2 posts boosted at $10 to $20 a day, and you're like, all right, Matt, I got 20 clients now. If this is working and you're making 5 to 10 times your investment back, don't just simply turn this off. Keep this on and then add on the messenger campaigns, right? Same thing here. Now that you're on YouTube and you're emailing, you still got to post on Instagram. You still got to reach out to people who are engaging your content. And, even up here, if you have more people in your warm network who could benefit from your services, keep doing that, right? Just because you advance stages doesn't mean you stop doing what got you to that stage in the first place. Keep doing that and start to drip things out and test them, right? I'm saying this because even here, stage 3, again, with the messenger campaigns, I've got lots of clients that still run these simple boosted posts. And like I said, if they're getting a 5 to 10x return on their ad spend, sometimes they may try a messenger campaign and they'll get a 2 to 3 times return on investment. And I'm like, hey man, you're getting a better investment doing these. So keep doing those and let's see if we can't scale those. Okay. Or they could hey, I really don't want to do this. I'm getting a lot of I'm not getting too many people to filter through. Okay, cool. Well, are you open to spending some more time optimizing this? And while this is optimizing, keep spending here until this type of campaign does better than the follower campaigns, right? And the same thing for here. If you start testing sales funnel ads and they're not performing as well, but these ones are crushing it, keep running these. Keep trying to scale these. And then slowly, maybe 20% of your budget can go towards scaling a sales funnel, right? But if something's working, don't stop. I've seen too many people do that. And this happens a lot if you hire a new business coach and they're like, all right, we're going to redo everything. And then you're starting from scratch and you get frustrated because what you were doing before was working. Don't stop something that works. Optimize it and scale that. And if you hit a ceiling with, I can't go any further, then introduce a new strategy. Okay. All right, guys. So this is what I've got for today. I want to, again, come back up to the top here. Here are the pros and cons. They work extremely well together when paired together. Use paid ads to get new eyeballs, build a business, build a brand, get a bunch of leads, use organic content to nurture those people so they can form relationships and eventually decide to work with you. Now, if you're like, Matt, I have no idea how to run paid ads, again, I will have a mini course link below, and it covers the 3 funnels that are all in here. It does cover the follower funnel, right? The boosted post funnel. It covers the messenger ads, and it also covers how to build a sales funnel. So if you want access to that, just go ahead and click the link below. And if you're like, Matt, this is awesome, I want to implement this, but I do not want to do this myself. I want some help, and I don't want to, try to, by doing it yourself, just failing. I want someone to help me along this way and do a lot of this stuff for me. If you're interested in that, I will have a link below to schedule a call with our team. We do help all of our clients. We make their ads for them. We give them the follow-up scripts. We even have daily content prompts for them to post every single day, right? We have a copywriter who comes in and says, here are the 5 posts that you can post this week. Here's what the hook's gonna be if your Instagram post. Here's what the captions will be. We give it all to you, and same thing with the ads. We will make the ads for you. We will write the captions for you, and we will coach you on how to set them up in Ads Manager, or if running the boosted post, we'll test you how to set those up, how to pick the right targeting, and how to scale them appropriately. So if you're interested in that, I will have a link below as well to schedule a call with our team so you can learn more about what we do. All right. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll talk soon. Peace.